Hello and welcome back to an impromptu video, it's fair to say. I wasn't planning on filming anything today, but I simply had to acknowledge the arrival of a very special parcel. A man in an Amazon van just dropped this off and I know exactly what's inside, and I am very, very excited to share this with you. You may recall a little while ago when I was going through my art book collection, I was a little bit disappointed by an aspect of one of those art books. The amazing Zelda art and artifacts slightly disappointed me towards the end when it only included a few scant pages of concept art for Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now that makes perfect sense in so much as the book was, I think when it was first published in Japanese, Zelda Breath of the Wild wasn't out yet, and if the game was out when it was published in English, it certainly wasn't, wasn't an old game. It was a fairly new release, so they didn't want to spoil the content of the game, the bosses, the characters, the places, the scale, the scope, the ambition of Breath of the Wild by showing everyone the artwork. But recently I learned that a few days ago, Nintendo and Dark Horse Comics published in English essentially a Zelda Breath of the Wild art book. It's another volume in that series, including the Historia, Art and Artifacts and the Encyclopedia, all three of which that I have. And this book that this is in here is basically a big chunky 500-page volume of Breath of the Wild art. And I am very excited. So let's open it up. It's a book called Creating a Champion, and there were three different tiers, three different editions. The basic edition is simply another one of those books. It's like a cream volume, and is the book. There's a middle edition that is blue, the same colour as the champion's tunic, has a couple of extra things that comes with it. And there's a larger edition that was like 150 quid or something that sort of opens up like a clamshell treasure chest. It has the book and all sorts of other things. And I went for the middle edition because I simply had to have what was in this edition. It's so exciting! Ta-da! Oh, beautiful! It's like a giant folio, like a book with a box holding it. We have the book here, we have some extra bits and bobs in here, and a little secret compartment drawer thing just down here, which I'm also excited about. On the back we can see a little description of what's in the book, and you can totally see why I was drawn to it. Also, actually, this volume comes with a cloth map of Hyrule, which I'm not sure if it's the same as the one that came with the US release of the special edition of Zelda Breath of the Wild, but in the PAL regions we did not get that map. And that was one of the things that I really was a little bit jealous of my American friends over. So yeah, anyway, let's open this up, and here we are. Oh. So it was, if I went and bought this physically in Forbidden Planet, which frankly, Forbidden Planet and their relationship with their website is a very strange thing, the book would have cost me about £70 in the brick and mortar store, but the Amazon price, because of a recent sale, was just over £50, and I could just about justify spending £55 on this. It was a close thing. My wife needed a little bit of convincing, but really not much. She knew how excited I was about this. So there's the stuff on the back. Now, I do normally like to support brick and mortar stores, although for the most part local stores. But Forbidden Planet, they tend to overprice everything. They're like the HMV of geeky stuff. Okay, so what shall I look at first? let's just start opening things up. So we pull out that drawer, and inside, next to the book, we have a beautiful little rendition of the, I think, the Traveller's Shield, which I have a backpack of. You may recall from a previous video. Nice. And this is an envelope. Okay. Oh, and there's another envelope there. So that's just a cardboard drawer. What's inside this one? Ah. By the way, I found this when I was looking through my teacher's notes. I was thinking you should be the one to keep it, Cass. Ah, this is the picture from the end of Breath of the Wild. It's certainly it's a picture that ends up on Link's wall in his house. That's quite nice. Little print, a nice little little cardboard with a canvas inside. Actually, a sort of canvassy texture inside. That's a nice. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. In here, I think this is going to be the cloth map. Let's have a look. Oh yes, nice. Now, actually, because I have seen sort of Etsy versions of this where people are making their own sort of maps of Hyrule from Breath of the Wild, and the print quality on those does seem to be excellent. This is a sort of a plastic backed cloth sort of texture, so it's not true cloth, and the print quality could be better. Can you sort of see there how it's definitely printed and not the most amazing resolution, but it is a huge, beautiful map of Hyrule. I like that. Oh, and the sorry, this is a completely unplanned video. I like the fact that you can see the pathways, and you can see Hyrule Castle there. Pathways marked out. That's nice. But it is basically a plasticky backing on it. So I may still have to go on Etsy and get a true cloth map printed. But I like it. Oh, I feel like I'm back in the 90s navigating in a car for someone. Remember when I was in high school, sometimes I'd be in the back and someone would go, here's a map. Where are we? Where are we going? Brilliant. So let's put that. Nice. And, well, of course, in the folio we still have the book. We also have this little drawer here. Let's open that up, shall we? So, let's see. Come on. Oh. May the goddess smile upon you, it says inside the drawer lid. See that? That's quite nice. May the goddess smile upon you. Pull it out. And inside is a spirit orb. Now the spirit orbs, to my mind anyway, is nicer than so in the £150 version of this, you get 4 orbs, which are the orbs that represent the powers that you get unlocked by the champions as you defeat the 4 divine beasts. But the spirit orb, that's quite nice actually. It's a little bit murky, but actually it looks lovely with the light going through it. Let's see if the camera can focus on it. Oh yeah, nice. That is nice. Yep, I'm happy with that. Cool. So that goes back in the, or will go back in the folio. And now the reason I'm so darned excited. So it's a book with a nice, fairly high quality sort of cloth texture to it. The £150 version of it was a dark book, I think, that had gilded pages, so gold on a leaf, I think, or whatever, or at least colour on the edge of the pages. But oh, look at that! And here we are with. Oh, I'm going to be in 7th heaven. So illustrations, okay. Completed as of March 2018, it says. Oops, sorry. It says in there. You can sort of see that. Zelda Zora. Individual characters. I love Prince Sidon in the game. He's magnificent with his grin. Goron. Oh, Hetsu or Hestu, as my wife calls him, Broccoli Man. She loves him. Oh man. Oh, I'm so. This is just look at this stuff. It's so precisely what I was hoping it would be. What a gorgeous book. And as with the other ones, it's a beautiful print quality. The images are large and vibrant. Look at that. Just concept paintings for the Hatino Lab or Hatino Lab. Just oh, and then we have the the history of the Hyrule world. Now I seem to recall this is presented over the space of like 50 odd pages. So cool. So about 100 years ago, preparing for the calamity. And look, you see Hyrule town at its height. That's really nice. That's really nice actually. A little hint of what it was like before it was completely wrecked by the calamity. Oh, and it goes all the way to the distant past. Nice. So, obviously I'm going to have to read this properly, but this might actually tie it in with the other Zelda games, perhaps. Who knows? Who knows? We shall see. Ruins from times unknown. Mysteries of Hyrule. Look at that. Brilliant. So, will it include the mysterious Zonai people has been lost in time, the Zonai ruins? Oh. And then interviews with the makers of the game. Incidentally, I recently learned that Hidemaru Fujibayashi was originally a haunted house designer, and then he went into game design because for level design he worked on the Oracle's games, and then eventually Nintendo plucked him from Capcom, and he was intimately involved with this. Oh, good. I am very excited. Obviously, I'm not showing you much here. Look at that! Look at that painting there! Look at that! Guys, I'm so happy with this book. I'm going to have to do a video about this at some point when I can set up cameras properly and show you what's inside. But I simply had to mark the occasion. Creating a Champion: The Art of Zelda Breath of the Wild. What a book. I'm so glad. I'm so glad they did it. I'm so glad they actually did it. Wonderful. Anyway, guys, as ever, until next time, do take care. Bye-bye.